what is up guys, Epic Pokemon TCG here, and today guys I have the Empoleon Swampert list that was piloted by Michael Feller to make top 4 in the Oklahoma States tournament. And right now guys, I'm going to cut to a picture of that deck, and if you can't see the cards too well, feel free to pause it, or you can check out the list in the description below. And when we come back, you're going to be hearing from me the strategy of the deck and all Michael's thoughts throughout the tournament. Alright guys, so the strategy is pretty simple, but you got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm going to do my best to go over the list here. So of course guys, the two main Pokemon of your deck are going to be Empoleon and Swampert. Of course we all know Empoleon's attack, etc. And of course, it's a pretty cool card, and when you partner it up with Swampert, well, you're going to be like, alright, so what the heck's going on here? So I'm going to kind of go through this really slowly. Hopefully I don't confuse a lot of people or sound like an idiot when I'm doing this, but you're going to be using this Piplup here, and Piplup has Charm, so any damage done to your defending Pokemon by your opponent's attacks during the next turn is reduced by 20. So this is going to hinder cards like Lysandre EX and Baby Yveltal that hit for 30 damage, making it a little more difficult, making it burn more resources to knock out your Piplup. And of course you're going to run a Piplup just for Seismitoad reasons, that way you don't have to rare candy every time. And as you saw guys, there is dive balls in here to help out, search out your water Pokemon and everything. And of course you got rare candy to evolve your Swampert. So basically what you're going to be doing here guys is you're going to want to be using your your dive ball, your ultra ball to set up some Empoleons to get the attack going. And what you're going to be doing with this deck, once you get Empoleon going and you got a Swampert going, you're going to be using Diving Search to search out a card like Life Dew, and you're going to be Diving Draw, or you can use Tasting to put the card that you put back on your deck, which could be any card, but I'm just going to make an example because this is going to be the main card you're going to be going for. You're going to be using that, attaching it to your Empoleon. Now Life Dew, whenever your card's knocked out, well, your opponent takes one less prize card. Empoleon only gives up one prize card, so that one's going to turn to a 0. And basically what you're going to be doing guys is you're going to be using Lysandre's trump card along with Empoleon and Swampert here and Slurpuff. And you're going to be kind of just streaming along, constant waves of Life Dew over and over. And you got cards like VS Seeker in here that can get those 1-ofs back, and you can search out the 1-ofs with Swampert and everything, and you can just keep up the stream of Life Dews, and you can keep up the Empoleon lines and everything like that. Now, Empoleon does have 140 HP, but of course, a card like, Yveltal, being able to hit for such high amounts of damage, it's gonna be getting a little bit annoying here. So you can run cards like, well, Hard Charm, which will make him have to burn more resources, making your Empoleons a little more tankier and everything. And then cards that obviously will hinder your deck pretty badly is, well, Seismitoad and Garbodor. So Xerosic is really good for cards, like DCE or whatever, getting them off of your opponent's Seismitoad or your opponent's Yveltal from whatever, Y-Cyclone or whatever, and discarding tools off of Garbodor. That's really good there. And then of course Pokemon Center Lady is going to heal 60 damage along with any special conditions. It's a supporter, so Seismitoad doesn't stop it. So that way you can kind of heal your Empoleon and basically take away any damage that they did last turn. And of course, with the with the Hard Charm, your opponent might not be able to one-shot your Empoleon, so well, you can just max potion all that damage off and be a little annoying here. Now guys, unfortunately, when your Empoleon does go down, the card you're going to be wanting to sending up most of the time, if you have it out, is going to be Slurpuff. You can send it up, Tasting for 2, and you have a Float Stone on it, whatever, and you get a couple extra cards. So basically guys, general idea, stream cards with Lysandre, it's a trump card, and get back those cards like Life Dew, Empoleon lines, etc. Now another thing that Yveltal has, is going to be hindering you a lot, but another answer that you have to Yveltal is going to be Dedenne. They want to load up a gigantic Yveltal and one-shot your Empoleon. Well, you can just Swampert out, Diving Draw, or Tasting it, get a Dedenne out, and energy short, take out that Yveltal, get a free 2 prizes. And of course, you have Mr. Mime here. Basically what that is going to be here for is for Landorus Crobats. Now, Mr. Mime doesn't stop the abilities of the bats, but it will stop, if they want to get cute and attack with Crobat, or if they want, if they start using Landorus or something like that, which I don't know why they would against a water deck, but you guys get my point. And Darkrai or anything that hits the bench that's like Frost Spear, Kyurem or whatever, Mr. Mime's going to protect you because all your basics have 60 HP, so 230s or whatever is going to knock them out. So Mr. Mime's there to protect them. Jirachi's going to be there for a little extra for a little extra consistency, not protection, excuse me. Getting a supporter out if you need it. And of course, guys, you need water energy to attack. You got Professor's Letter there. That's basically going to be an extra energy if you need it. And a couple final cards I'm going to talk about here is Iris. Late in the game, if your opponent's taking 5 prize cards, Empoleon is going to be hitting for a lot of damage. Or if you just need an extra oomph with it. And honestly, guys, with Professor's Letter, attacking with Swampert actually becomes pretty easy because of the alpha growth thing, whatever that's called. Which, you can get 2 water energies out of your deck, and of course you can attach an extra one. And basically what you're going to do here now, guys, is you have these Lysandres. You can just keep streaming and streaming and streaming with VS Seekers or Swampert's ability. So that's a pretty simple layout of the deck, honestly. You got a lot of things going on here, but remember, guys, the general simplest way to put this deck in a nutshell. As I find all the cards, excuse me, get all messy here. You got these 5 cards here: Empoleon, Swampert, Slurpuff, Life Dew, Trump card. Attack with Empoleon. Use Slurpuff for extra damage for attack command along with some consistency. Search out your Life Dew, your Lysandres, your supporters, the trainers you may need for that turn. Draw them out with these 2. Lysandre's trump card to put them all right back in. Search out the Life Dew, draw it, and that's pretty much the deck, guys. And now I'm going to go over some extra thoughts that he gave with me here. And his kind of... Excuse me, that's my phone. So basically, guys, this is like a troll deck, honestly. You're going to keep getting knockout after knockout after knockout, and, well, you're just never going to get anything. So I'm going to kind of go over basically the tournament report that he gave me. So, round 1, he went against Groudon, and he said his opponent couldn't draw any fighting energy, and he just max potioned over and over off all the damage. Round 2, he beat Fairies with Manectric. He kept using Xerosic to get rid of all the rainbow energies, and he just held his trump cards so that way his opponent couldn't get back all the energies. And Metal, he just won prize trades, honestly. And against Donphan, what he did was he streamed the Lysandres, and he just kept knocking out Donphan after Donphan. And against Landorus Crobats, well, as you know, it's already at a huge disadvantage just because of the fact that Empoleon has the water advantage, and, well, Mr. Mime protected him. And then for the 6th round, he beat a Evital Toad, and basically what he did is he just Xerosicked all the DCs away, Hard Charm, and he just used Max Potion over and over. And then round 7, he said he ID'd against the Landy Bash, but he said he should have played it because he would have been at a higher top 8 seed, because he said that he just had that matchup in the bag, honestly. And then in top 8, he beat a Flareon Toad by trump carding. He just kept streaming trump card, and he kept Xerosicking all the DCs away, and then he just would use Life Dew, which honestly, Life Dew will give you a huge advantage in the prize trade. As you're knocking out EXs over and over, giving you 2 prizes, and they're knocking out your Empoleon, and they're getting nothing to 1. Yes, that's pretty self-explanatory. And then in top 4, unfortunately, he lost to a Aromatisse Toad, and it was basically because of prizes, honestly. Game 1, he had 3 Empoleon prized. Game 2, he had 2 Empoleon, plus his Life Dew was prized. And one card he said he was thinking about adding, of course, was going to be town map, just so you know he can pull out key cards that he might need during his games. And honestly, guys, that's basically all I can think about right now. That you know, was told. I got the conversation pulled up here, and I'm just going over it a second time to make sure I didn't miss anything. And I don't think I did. Honestly, I think I pretty much gave the best worst explanation that I could. But you know, this was a pretty sick deck. He's been working on this deck for a long time. It's good to see that he did well with it. And guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. And if this is your first time ever checking out my channel, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. And I have plenty more content on there. I love doing this YouTube thing. I've been doing it now for a little over a year, and I'm trying to get myself out there, grow my channel a little bit, because like I said, I just love doing this so much. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Feel free to do whatever you want, and take care of yourself, guys. And good luck getting ready for Nationals if you're going. And as always, guys, this is Epic Pokemon TCG signing out, and congratulations, Michael.